Pisces, I'm so happy to be here with you. I hope that everybody is doing well. My name is Gabriella. For anybody new tuning in, I channel as well as interpret the tarot cards. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. So, when I was sitting with the energy, I was hearing this thing. It's like everybody needs me, but what about like me and what I need? I'm seeing this be like a focus where you may have like people around you or things that are calling to you like, hey, pay attention to me, or like I need this from you. And in ways where like, and maybe this is even something that you had been regularly doing that maybe you're not going to be doing anymore. Certain people are pulling on you energetically, and it seems like there is something going on where there's potential for a change or a switch up, because there's something going on for you now where there's like more of an emphasis on you focusing on yourself, focusing on your own needs, even figuring out like, what is this position that I'm stepping into of like service or helping people, and also how do I find that balance between like being one with other people and like being of assistance and being helpful and like doing whatever I do when I interact with other people within my life, within my job, whatever it is for you. And then what about the times when I need to help myself, and how do I balance the two of those? Because it is a delicate suspension. And I'm seeing there's something going on that maybe you feel there's a need to recover or regain a sense of stability, or even like establish something new for yourself. In a way, this feels kind of like a changing of seasons, where it's like maybe you have some new needs that you haven't particularly experienced before, or something is becoming more relevant to you, and that's why the situation calls for it. And I'm seeing there be a focus on you spending time like with yourself, reflecting with yourself, spending time introspectively. I'm seeing that's going to help you big time. And you may be kind of like unplugging or disconnecting as well from anything that is going to like distract you or suck your energy in or pull you away from focusing on what it is that you're focusing on. It looks like you're going to be keeping more to yourself, but I'm not just seeing it be like, okay, like I don't want to talk to anybody anymore ever again. I'm seeing it be more so like there is a particular reason why you may be like shutting down for right now, or like cutting off like how much you're on social media, whatever it is for you. There's a purpose to why you are taking this time. And so I'm seeing there be like a beginning and also like a pretty clear end to this once whatever this is worked out or worked through, or you come to whatever conclusion you are aiming to come to. This may be a time as well where you're realizing it's going to be most effective. It's like, if I shut down and go into like hermit mode completely, like as much as I'm able to, I can get a lot more done and do what I need to. And by giving it 100% rather than like not giving it 100% and having this drag on. Because I'm seeing like something may take 100% from you, but if you give it 100%, you're going to do it like much quicker, much more effectively. And I'm seeing that it's going to benefit you. Interesting. I'm getting something about ducks. I was hearing quack, but not like a duck quack. It sounded like how a human would mimic it. The Nine of Pentacles. Not too bad, huh? That's an auspicious sign. Jupiter on the bottom of the deck, and then the Nine of Pentacles. Expansion, abundance. Development. For some of you, there's like some very important healing work that you're doing, intuitive work that you're doing. I'm seeing you even be reassured. The Nine of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Something becomes very clear to you again. So I'm getting an example, because that may be a little bit elusive. Say you go somewhere, Pisces, and you're around a lot of other people. And so, like, Pisces being quite absorbent, right? It's like you start feeling all these things that other people are feeling, and it's hard to decipher between, like, what's going on with you energetically and what's going on with the other people, because like you take that on, and you absorb it in a sponge type of way. And so you may have been doing things where, like, even if you weren't with people, I'm hearing in physical, I'm also hearing practice. Even if you weren't with other people, it's like if you were exchanging energy with other things or other people, it's even like not giving yourself the time to sit for 5 minutes and just like constantly having the TV running. It's like whatever this was that was happening, there was something going on where like you weren't able to like connect back with yourself like full charge 100%. And so you may have even felt like something was wavering, or even been like, my intuition's off, or like some type of skill or ability that you have. I'm hearing see-through. I'm seeing it be related to the High Priestess. So there may be like a very particular, more than one psychic gifts, abilities that you have. I'm hearing powerful channeling. And I mean, really everything we do is channeling in a way. But yeah, maybe there's something very, very specific related to the High Priestess that you do. What I'm seeing is that because of like interacting with other people and like absorbing that energy, and then breaking apart and allowing yourself to go through this filtration system, it like concentrates your energy again. And it's like, oh yeah, the High Priestess has been there the whole time. It's like she was just covered in the energy of all of those other people, and it needed to be shaken off. And it doesn't have to be people. It can be like books that you're reading. It's anything that you're consuming. It can even be food, actually. But I mean consuming in an all-around sense, like consuming energetically. And that's not to say that there isn't a time and a place to be like around other people or reading this or reading that, but it seems like there was a particular moment that was very important for you to connect back with yourself. Something of significance is happening, I'm seeing here. And there's like this confidence. It's like you step back into something, or you like snap back in. And maybe you were feeling, again, in a way, like you had, like, lost touch or lost the path. Not completely. But yeah, maybe something didn't feel as strong. I'm hearing interference. It's like this, something about the connection. For some of you, this can be something that you do for your livelihood is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing the dial-up speed has been checked and connected. I'm looking at the Three of Pentacles. I'm looking at you, Pisces, here. I'm also looking at the moon. I'm seeing Aries as well. Aries has been lingering on the bottom of the deck. What you got going on? Yeah, it seems like your confidence is back up again. This feels very... I'm hearing mystical and mystifying. It's like, okay, for example, say you're able to, or like in the past you had seen that you were able to like predict certain things. There may have been something going on where you felt like unsure, like maybe I'm losing that ability, or like why isn't it as strong, or like I don't feel as confident. It's like something was going on, and now it seems like there's some sort of confidence you gain, but it's not through anything like necessarily visible. It's something sentient with the moon here. It's like something that maybe other people can't see or other people can't observe, but it's something that's important to you. And this is like your own individual process that you do with whatever this is, and getting like confirmations and signs in whatever specific way you do. And I'm getting like maybe other people don't really understand this. I'm hearing how it works, how you work. I'm getting again, you do something special. There's something very special that you do, Pisces. I'm seeing even like studying connections and strings through like planets and stuff like that. It seems like astrology, something even about like the effect. Although this can be you working with yourself and keeping something low key, for some of you, there can actually be another person that you're working with that I'm hearing undercover. It's like maybe you're connecting with something in like an anonymous way, or it's like not knowledge to anyone except for you. Because I have both the moon and also the high priestess. There's a sense of, I'm hearing coverage. It feels in a way like it's your own thing. It's like, you know, when we have time to ourselves and there can be these like simple pleasures that we enjoy doing that are very much like, when I have a minute to myself, like this is how I like to relax, or this is how I like to spend that time, like whatever it is for you. And it's something that like helps you feel grounded and you feel, I don't know, like it's just for you and you like it. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. It's like you have something going on that, I don't know, that feels good when you do it, but it seems like it's just for you, or it's something that, like if you're connecting with another person or working with another person, you can also be working with, like divination in some sort of way. Somebody that does divination, you can be working with a medium, a psychic, you can be like even reading things, because the high priestess doesn't have to be a person, although it can be, but it's like you connecting with esotericism in some sort of way, and there being a focus on like not, I feel like nobody else really knows about this, whatever this is that you're doing. It's like maybe you're doing something behind the scenes. There's also a focus on creativity, originality, you doing something in your own way, feeling through the process. As we say feeling through the process, I'm looking at the Queen of Cups popping out, feeling through the process. Somebody may be coming through wanting to connect with you. Yeah, there is a this is a very, very psychic energy. To have the high priestess and also the Queen of Cups below. It's like the Queen of Cups is intuitive and can be psychic on their own. And to also have the high priestess there. And I mean, Pisces in general is also quite psychic too, so. Like some astrologers even call the frequency of Pisces, Christ consciousness. It's like this direct connection with spirit and like channeling abilities and stuff like that. Okay, so somebody's coming through. This person sees you as interesting. Looking at them, I'm hearing the word cavalier, but this person sees you as gifted in some sort of way. This may be something that they know about you that you do. I'm seeing the high priestess, again, emphasis. I'm seeing the high priestess be very, very important. It's like your job could be something within like the psychic realm, medium realm, something that you do professionally, or just something even that you're known by. It's like even part of your identity in a way, because I'm seeing like that even be before they reach you. They even have to go through some sort of system. And for some of you, you have even like predicted or you see before this person comes through to talk to you because of what it is that you do. So it's like, for example, say you are one of the things you do is read tarot. It's like 3 days before this person reaches out to you, you do a reading that says somebody's coming through, and the only zodiacs that pop out are their like sun, moon, and rising, right? Or like something significant that like you would know that person by. I'm seeing like something like this happening here. It even seems like a warning or a forewarning is what I'm hearing. It's going to tell you what you need to do as far as what the right like response interaction will be with this person, how to do things in a right way, especially because it seems like things could get sticky or complicated with them. Looking at the devil on the bottom of the deck, it can be a Capricorn, it can also and or be somebody that things become very sticky and meshed with. The devil also came out in the Aquarian reading too. I'm hearing as a customer, and I'm also hearing a heavy hitter. So if you have Aquarius in your chart, or you feel guided, we all have Aquarius in our chart. If you have like a significant Aquarius placement that sticks out to you and you want to check it out, even if you don't care about your chart, whatever it is, if you feel interested, I welcome you to watch the Aquarius reading. If the Capricorn mention is relevant to you, you may find something for you there. Okay, so over by the moon, which is the Pisces energy, I have Sag, like running up to the moon. There's something that's going to be taking place that has not taken place yet, and you are meant to be waiting for this. I'm seeing your guides. It's like you're over here and this other person is over here, and they're like traveling slowly towards you. And instead of you like meeting this person halfway, your guides are like, no, you just sit right there and you have to wait until they arrive. It seems I'm getting that be a message where it's like you're not meant to interfere with something, or you don't have control, because it's like if both of you guys were moving towards each other, that means that you would have some sort of control over like how fast that happened, but for some reason you're not meant to be meddling in something. You're supposed to wait until it like shows up for you. It seems like doing this is going to help you figure out something that you need to do, a way that you're meant to take action when it comes to how you interact with this person, to have you feeling balanced and also confident, and also like you are transmuting this energy. Because it even seems like kind of unknown what this person may potentially throw at you, or like how you're going to be affected by their energy. There's also an emphasis here on like scales and balance as well. That's the lesson. Saturn is here showing up. It's like the episode ends on a cliffhanger. This is what I'm seeing. But it's like, I'm not even seeing like the climax even begin to happen yet. It's like the climax was maybe about to happen and then they cut off the episode. So it's like you don't even see a little bit of that. This is what I'm getting here. But then I guess things really pick up. It's like you're riding up and up and up a roller coaster and it's going so slowly. And it's like you're about to bridge over the top. And it's like once you get over that, like you're going to be moving so quickly. But I'm seeing it be very, very slow up until that point. But this is significant for you because it helps you even like prepare something or like make sure that you're ready. Even like ready to like hold space or to practice something or do something that needs to be done, like even in an energetic sense. There's something here about integration being important. It's like you have to patch something together and get the balance right. So I'm looking at the moon, I'm looking at Pisces. I am hearing Virgo. I'm looking at Libra, Sagittarius, and I'm hearing Neptune now, and Saturn. I feel like this is such a short spread. I'm just going to see if anything else pops out. In a way, I feel like we're not really meant to go like much further than this. I'm seeing a dog here, like a fuzzy little dog. I'm hearing Odin. I'm also hearing homage. I'm hearing like words and names that start with O. I'm hearing vowel sounds. If I weren't being guided to leave it like this, I would not leave you with a cliffhanger because I kind of feel like we did, because it's like, well, now you know somebody's coming through, even though you may have like already known that anyway, but like maybe this is double confirmation for you that this person that is seeking you is moving towards you. The guidance here is for you to wait. It's like allow things to unravel. Divine timing is at play here. Be patient. To also see like Saturn here, to see the alchemist with temperance here, to also see the Libra energy, to also see the high priestess. It's like wait, patience, balance, allow things to unfold. Things are happening. You just may not be able to see them yet. And it's even like, in a way, I'm seeing it be a moment where like you get the intuitive message that something's happening, but in a 3D way, you can't see something. Like you don't have like physical material proof of something, but you know in other ways that something is unfolding and it's happening. Something is in motion here. And that is what is being confirmed and pointed out. There's something very significant about the timing and possibly even the transits. This is really sticking out to me. It's like a combination. I know it's kind of hard to see. It's like a combination between the sun and the moon, and it almost looks like it's kind of like being diffused. Something's happening to it. Something about the transits again. Okay, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for tuning in. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.